How we doing?
Yeah,
Good.
How'd you celebrate your birthday?
What did I do? Not much. I had a little dinner and, just hung out with my girl. That's about it. Watched some tape. Not much.
Watching tape, what do you see in Arizona's defense? What kind of challenges do they present?
Yeah, Arizona's got a really good defense, man. Obviously it starts with Buda Baker and J.J. Watt, two leaders of their defense. Those guys are really good. They're really sound on defense, present multiple looks. Can expect to have some new things on that we haven't seen on tape, as always. And so for us, really, it's just about playing our game. We know they're going to present some tough looks. Going to be another tough matchup. They have a really good defense, and we just got to be ready for that challenge.
The throw going to your left to Noah on the sidelines has kind of gotten some attention from people. Just kind of that you were able to kind of pull that off that way. Is that just kind of a run-of-the-mill throw for you, or did that one stand out to you at all in any way?
Obviously, anytime you get a completion, it's good to get a completion. It was a big play, so it's obviously great for our offense. The throw, it's rolling left. I don't see the big deal, but obviously, it was just good to make that play and, have that for Noah as well, because he's becoming a big part of our offense, and just seeing him come along is really good.
Those off-platform throws are really what set the elite quarterbacks apart from everybody else in the league. Is there a trick to that, to the trade, as far as throwing off-platform like that when your feet aren't on the ground? And
I just think either you can or you can't. I've been doing that for a long time, so I'm not. I don't know if that separates the elite quarterbacks or not, but I feel like I can do those things. I don't, feel like there's a throw out there I can't make, so I just feel good about, when I'm playing, just, really just trying to get the ball into the hands of the guys, however it happens. And sometimes you got to do it off platform, and, obviously I'm blessed enough to be able to do that, but it just takes a lot of work.
How comfortable are you with Ken standing next to you on third downs if he has to be the blocker?
Extremely comfortable in Ken, man. He's come such a long way. Still a rookie, still a lot he's got to learn, still growing. But, as always with the running backs, I'm talking with those guys back there. We have great communication, and when I'm making checks or when Austin's making a check based on the front that we see, I'm usually telling those guys, hey, you got this guy and that guy. And Ken's been on point with all that all year, and I expect the same thing moving forward.
The time you've spent in this league, how much does the different offenses you've been around, different coaches, different quarterbacks, how much does that play into your game now, just all the learning you've been able to do?
Man, I think it plays a tremendous part in my game, just being around different coaches, different offenses, different offensive philosophies, learning different schemes, different ways to do things, and then obviously seeing a bunch of defenses. I think it's paying off tremendously, just the hard work and always staying focused and, staying in the moment, trying to be a sponge and learn as much as I can. All those things are really helping me now.
Without giving up too specifics for this plan, what goes into being able to anticipate, like, all right, they've shown this on film, but against us, they're probably going to tweak it this way, like identifying how they're going to mix it up for you specifically?
It's difficult because you don't know what they are going to do. They can do anything. There's no rules that says they have to play the defense we've seen on film. We expected a bunch more man than we got against the Saints. And so what I'm thinking is teams are, we have really good receivers and tight ends and running backs, and it's hard to, if you double one of the guys or two of the guys, you got one-on-ones with the others. And so I think teams are, trying to do their best to keep, everything in front of them and not let our guys get one-on-one opportunities. So we can expect anything. You never know what you're going to get. You just got to go out there and read it and play the play.
keeping that lack of predictability in play there, how many games on average do you think you watch to prepare for an opponent? Different types of teams they play in?
I watch all of them. Obviously we watch all the recent games and all the games they played this year, some preseason to get a tendency, and then go back into last year, see how they're calling things different, see how things are similar, and try and get a feel for the coordinator. You have some who are more aggressive, some who are less aggressive, and you just have to try and get a feel for what they do and when they do it so that you can anticipate.
A couple of weeks ago, Geno, after the San Francisco game, Pete Carroll was in here saying, we're going to let Geno rip. We're going to just, no more, just go. And what did that look like to you? What changed? How did they explain that, or was it just by nature what they call?
Coach really didn't explain it to me per se, but I think what he meant was his trust. in me and the offense, and what he was seeing on film was just, maybe trusting us to go out there and just do our thing. And I think in the recent games, you've seen that. Coach has given us the opportunity to take some shots. Example of that was we were in field goal range, right? And we took a shot at the end zone. A lot of coaches would have said, okay, let's just take the points. Coach was aggressive. He gave us a shot, and obviously, we rewarded him with a touchdown. So I think it was just his basically saying he just wanted to be a little more aggressive.
I was just going to say, did more of the playbook sort of open up at that time too? I mean, just kind of using it more? Or?
I think we've always had these plays. We're not inventing new plays. It's nothing new. Again, it just speaks to the trust I think Coach has in us.
Well, to Bob's point, did they open up more plays that you hadn't been using up to that point?
Not really. It was all situational. And the San Fran game was kind of weird. We had some funky situations come up in that game. But for the most part, we're still playing the same way. I just think Coach has, and he's continuing to develop that trust in us.
When most people think of, throwing downfield to receiver, especially if there's coverage, you think of the big guys, the DK Metcalf types. But what about Tyler? Both their touchdowns to him were pretty contested.
Yeah.
What makes him so good at his size at coming down with all those?
For me, I've seen him do it. Since the time I've been here, man, he's done that time and time again. Tyler's such a tremendous and unique player. Not the biggest guy in the world, but has tremendous heart. And when you're throwing it to him down the field, he's going to track the ball better than any DB he's going against. And so that gives you confidence. You see him tracking the ball. There's 3 or 4 guys around him, and he doesn't lose concentration. Comes up with those catches, and only the special ones can do that.
When did you first notice that about him?
Probably. Well, I noticed that we played them in K-State, West Virginia. They beat the brakes off of us, and he caught a nice touchdown similar to that one. So I noticed it in college, and he just kept it up.
Speaking of college, do you have any good Bruce stories now that he's back that you want to share?
Yeah, Bruce was. We were like neighbors, man. Bruce and I, we became real tight in college, and when he got drafted here, I was extremely happy for him, and I'm happy to have him back. He's one of my good friends, has always been that, and he's like a brother to me.
What does he bring? I mean, obviously you play on different sides of the ball, but just in terms of leadership, energy, all that, what does he bring when he's back?
Man, he's a vet. He's really good. He brings a lot of wisdom to the defense. He's tough. He's got the right mindset, and he's a guy who has won a Super Bowl here, and so he's got that with him, and I think that can help out with a lot of the younger guys.
Anything else?
Thanks, Geno.
Thank you, Justin.